Okay, here we are, level 1 and 2 students. Welcome to Barking and Dagenham College. Okay, cool. Right, I want to take you through these colour-coded chopping boards. Now, I know there's a couple of students that might know what they are for. I want to see those that don't know what they're for, right? So, when I lift it up like that, I want you to tell me what you think they are for. What this one's for. What is this one used for?
Vegetables.
It's vegetables. Yeah? Everybody says vegetables? What type of vegetables would I use with this one?
The green vegetables.
Would it be grapes and apples and oranges? And yes, it would. Because this one's for fruits and fruit vegetables like tomatoes, cucumber. So you get it? Fruits and fruit vegetables, yeah? Green, right? What is this one used for? Dairy. Okay. Sandwiches. What sort of dairy? Like, what could I grate on there? Cheese. I could be spreading sandwiches with butter. Yeah. So butter. Yeah. Sandwiches. Dairy. Yeah. Okay. Cool. What would I use this one for? Fish?
Yeah.
Raw or cooked? Raw fish.
Raw.
Well done. What can I say? You know more than I. Okay. What would I use this one for?
Meat.
Meat. Yes. We use it for meat. The meat I would use it for, I'll use it for potato meat. I'll use it for cabbage meat, carrot meat, turnip meat, sweet. It's for vegetables. It's vegetables, okay? Well done. Vegetables, yeah? Normally the hard vegetables like potatoes, swede, also cabbage, carrot, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, cool. Now, the good thing is, I want to tell you here, if you're working, especially with me, and there's a lot of vegetables to do, and you run out of the brown board, I would allow you to use the green board because you need vegetables. It's the only time I would allow that to happen. I would never like to use it. Anyway, let's come to the other boards and then we'll talk. This one is for cooked meat. Can I use this for fish?
No.
No, I can't use it for fish. Oh yes, I can. I can use it for cooked fish because cooked fish is classed as cooked meat. Believe it or not. Well, it's fish, but you know what I mean, yeah? It's okay for all cooked meats. Yeah? Salmon, chicken, pork, turkey, you name it. You can use it for that, as long as it's cooked. Last but not least,
Raw meat.
raw meat, right? I saw students last week picking up this board and I asked them what they're doing, right? To cut vegetables? I said, what are you doing? No. This is only for raw meat, right? It could cause cross-contamination. The worst one is chicken. If this board is used for raw chicken, and the raw chicken and the board isn't put through a sterilizer to a certain degree, at least above 70 degrees, to kill the bacteria, and you put vegetables in there, you'll put it on the chicken that was on there. So I will never use this board for anything else but cool. You got it. Right. Now, when we are chopping and using a chopping board, I was going to use a neutral one, a white one. For another reason, right? We need to have something on the surface, right? Something damp, or you might get one of those little rubber mats. That's to prevent the board from sliding, right? Because we have to work safe in the kitchen, health and safety. We must be safe with ourselves and safe with others. Full stop. Yeah? Safe with ourselves and safe with others. So, I'm using a damp cloth. Damp, not dripping with water. Sometimes, if you ain't got a cloth about, you can use just a bit of blue paper, right? I'm going to show you the difference in a second, right? So you've got that there, and it's nice and sturdy, yeah? Right, get me some blue paper, please. Right? Because students, they do all kinds of, give me quite a nice amount, right? Because there's no shortage yet. That's enough. We don't paper the place with it. It's not papering, we're not papering the place. Okay, thank you so much. There we go. Right? Right. Didn't need as much as that, but hang on. That's cool. Right. Now, this is a no-no. And you're laughing. But let me tell you how many students ask him, I say to them, what is, well, I say it in German, I say, das ist ein, right? Because I don't know what they're doing, right? This is how you do it, yeah? This is how you do it. Right? You want to make it so that it's even. You see how that was flat? It was even, yeah? Make that even, all the way around. Like that. So you can use blue paper, or you can use cloth. Voila! Right, now I'm going to show you the different knives. Right. There should be an Right. Now I want to take you through all the knives now, yeah? So the first one is the chopping knife. Yeah? And when you're using the chopping knife, right, you want to be doing that rocking motion, right?
Vegetables.
Right? It's for chopping anything, not just vegetables, anything. You might be chopping, you can use it to chop meat, anything, yeah? It's a chopping knife. This is what you call some people call it the cook's knife.
Yeah.
Why? It's the knife you use the most out of all the knife sets. This is the one you're going to use the most. Yeah? So you've got your cook's knife. I want to show you how to sharpen it. Like that. Is it like that? No, it's not like that. It's like that. Yeah? And then, like that, 45 degrees angle from the heel to the tip. 45 degrees angle from the heel to the tip. Like that. You do it. Like that. Like that. But you see, it's not like that. What is that? Once again, I'll be looking. Right, so this is a fish knife. It's bendy, but it's good for filleting fish. And once again, no different. No matter how big the knife is or how small it is, the rocking motion is the same. Yeah? Vegetable knife. Yeah, for tomatoes and little veg. Same thing. Peeler. Yeah? Now, this peeler here, this is more modern. This is what they call the speed peeler, right? But the reason why this peeler is this shape is because it used to be, you core an apple out with it. You peel the apple, peel, and then you core it out. But it doesn't. Most people don't use it for that anymore. They just use it as a peeler. And most people struggle with it. If this is the one that you get in your knife kit, hooray! Because it is harder to use. And once you learn how to use it, it's a good skill that you will have. This is the speed peeler. It's so easy, just drag, and everything comes off, yeah? Okay, well, that is where I'm going to pause. Right, here we are again. The yellow one. Last but not least, this is a bread knife. Right? Sometimes I use it for cake. No. Sometimes I use it for slicing things like peppers and stuff like that. Sometimes if the pepper is soft, yeah, or things like that. So I do use it sometimes for slicing. but it's mainly for bread. Right? There's another one that looks like this, but it's very straight edge, and it's for carving. But in the first year, or second years, you should have one then. I don't think I've got one, but let's have a look. Here we go, right, so I'm going to show you different cuts, and I'm going to use these vegetable peelers to show you the difference, yeah? So I'll start off with the classical one, what I call it. Now, with this one here, I'm very comfortable with it, really comfortable with it, and I can do anything. I can trim, and then I can peel, yeah? And I'm very, very comfortable with this vegetable peeler. Notice that I'm peeling it into a container, because when you work in the kitchen, you don't have the luxury like in an office with a dustbin beside you. So you've got to put it into something, because you can't leave the mess all over the table, because it wouldn't look good and it's not hygienic. So that's that number one. Right. With this one, what's that? It's easy to use, but I prefer to use that one. Right, now, the reason why I peel them, because I just want to show you the difference between the two veg peelers. Right, but now I'm going to take you through some of the vegetable cuts, right? The first one we're going to go through is called rough cut vegetables. In the French term, it's a mirepoix, right? Now, a mirepoix is rough cut vegetables. What is it used for? A mirepoix is normally used for the base of a soup or a stock or a sauce. It doesn't have to be finely chopped. It is roughly chopped. So I'm going to show you what a mirepoix can look like. Yeah? Right? It doesn't have to be particularly. That will be my mirepoix. Yeah? Okay, right. I do that. That's my roughly chopped. Then I'm going to take you to what is called the jardiniere, right, which is a baton. So I get my carrot and I square it up. So I've got those trimmings. My trimmings is in the mirepoix. Jardiniere is that one, right? But what I'm going to show you the jardiniere, and then I'm going to show you the macédoine, because the macédoine is a cube that you get from the jardiniere. And this is how I remember: jardiniere, macédoine, julienne, brunoise. Then you've got, so I've got that, and my jardiniere is batons like that. Yeah? So I've got my batons like that. Yeah? Now if I want jardiniere, if I want macédoine, turn that off. So once again, mirepoix, jardiniere, macédoine. Now, I'm going to do julienne. Once again, I'm going to square it up. Now, what I want to do, I want thin strips, yeah? So what I've got to do, I've got to cut thin strips like this. If it gets too difficult, stop. Don't be a hero. If you can't do the last bit, don't worry. That goes towards my mirepoix. Once I've got my strips, I'm going to turn them into what they call matchsticks, if you want to call it matchsticks. Yeah? So you've got your julienne there. There you go. And then I'm going to turn this julienne here into Brunoise. Simple as. Same like with the jardiniere, but look at the difference. Very fine cubes. Yeah? This is Brunoise. See the difference? So far so good, no? Yeah? The next one I'm going to do is called a paysanne. A paysanne, right, is any shape, right? I'm just going to do two shapes today, right? But a paysanne is any shape. It can be round, it can be triangle, it can be rectangle, it can be square, but it must all be the same size because a paysanne of vegetables is used as a garnish. So although it's different shapes, it's all the same size, and even with something the same size, it makes the dish look pretty. Yeah. So these vegetables here, these macédoine, brunoise, jardiniere is normally a complement. That's normally for stir fry. That would be for something like a garnish, you sprinkle it. That could be for a salad or a soup, vegetable soups. You got the idea. And then a paysanne could be carrot rounds like that, a few carrot rounds like that, because just a bit of a circle, and then a few half moons. All right. Stay still. Right. So once again, Mirepoix, jardiniere, macédoine, julienne, brunoise, paysanne. Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Right, Mirepoix, rough cut veg for stocks, sauces, or trivet. Yeah, for trivet is for roasting. Vegetables underneath, meat on top. So it doesn't sit in the fat. Right, the next one would be jardiniere. Now jardiniere, right? I think it's part of the garden or something like that. It's normally batons for side vegetables, like carrots. You've seen carrot sticks in McDonald's when they look carrot sticks there. Jardiniere, yeah. Then you've got your macédoine, which is cubes for salad or soup. Salad or soup. If you buy a cream of vegetable soup and it's got little bits of vegetable in the cut, is a macédoine. Yeah. Now we've got julienne. That is fine. Finely. I'll tell you what, it's stir fry. I'm going to say, I won't use both fine, I'll use matchsticks. That's fine, I'll give you matchsticks, yeah? Mm-hmm. And yes, the most common one is for stir fry. Yeah? Stir fry. And then you've got brunoise, which is a garnish. So you normally use a brunoise of vegetables when you're finishing something like a soup or a fish dish or something. It's a garnish. So brunoise for garnish. You can use it in a soup. You can use it in a dish. It's to finish it off. So you might sprinkle some. A very famous one is called tomato concasse, which is finely diced tomatoes. And that's used as a garnish. You sprinkle it on the end, maybe like with I don't know, macaroni and cheese, and sprinkle a bit of diced tomatoes and a little bit of parsley. It's a garnish. And a paysan, there's a famous soup that, well, it was famous when I was growing up, I don't know about now. Right, it's a famous vegetable soup. It's a tomato-based soup, and it's Italian. Can anybody tell me what it is?
Minestrone.
That's the one. And because it's got different shapes, but they're all the same size. You've got the spaghetti, and you've got the peas, and then you've got the different shapes of the vegetables. That's a paysan soup, minestrone.